here. Hubby will be answering your questions or comments as we go through the show. But hi, welcome to the hut. This is the first time I've decided to do a proper show instead of just here's a painting, bye bye. So rather than just the demonstration, I'd like to show you a few little items that you can buy on the website. I do hope you'll enjoy this. I'm all excited. It's all Christmas stuff. I love Christmas. Anyone who knows me knows I love Christmas. And I do admit I am missing the craft fairs. And the craft fairs are very strong in the build-up to Christmas, because I think everybody gets excited going to craft fairs and seeing all the Christmas stuff around. But what are we going to get up to this evening? Well, this evening I will be doing a live demonstration, so if you'd like to join along with me, please feel free. Grab your brushes, grab your paints, get that canvas up on the easel, and let's paint a picture. If you don't fancy doing the painting, that's fine too. Put the kettle on, have a cup of tea, put your feet up, glass of wine, relax and enjoy the next couple of hours. Now, I don't want you all to totally relax, because I would like you to comment to let me know you're watching, to ask any questions as we're going along. As I said, later I will be going through what we've got here, because it's all available on the website, which, thank you very much Ryan, has a dedicated Christmas shop. Of course it does, it's my website. It's rbart.co.uk/Christmas. If you want to see just normal paintings and absolutely everything else that's in store, then it is rbart.co.uk/store. Now, I love Christmas, you know that, but it's not ever too early to start shopping for Christmas, because I worked it out the other day. It didn't take a great deal of time. There's only 2 more paychecks till Christmas. That's a sobering thought. I know, enough already. I'm going to have to move the camera, because obviously I need to go over there for the painting, and I will be putting on the lights so that you can see everything, and more importantly I can see what I'm painting. But in case anybody gets a little bit travel sickness or motion sickness, I'm going to be moving the camera right to the other side of the room, so there will be a disruption to the vision. It will be swinging around a little bit. I have to move it forward as well. So if you want to close your eyes, then close them now, and I will tell you when you can open them again. Yeah, here we go, we're okay. Right, so, as I said, what are we doing tonight? Well, we're actually doing a painting that I did quite a long time ago, and I actually sold it at the cathedral to a member of the clergy. He came the first time I ever went to the cathedral Christmas fair. It's an absolutely fantastic event. It's a shame it's not going to be as splendid this year, although it is still going ahead so far. But he came along and he did that and he did that, and oh, shall I do it? Shall I buy it? Shall I buy it? And then he said, no, I won't buy it this year. He said, but if you come back next year and if you haven't sold this painting, I will buy it. Well, I went through the year. I didn't sell the painting. He came back at the next Christmas fair at the cathedral. The painting was there waiting for him, and he bought it and went off. So I do have visions of this painting hanging in the cathedral precinct somewhere. So what colours have we got today? It is, I will warn you, it is a snow scene. The original was called, Santa's just dropped down. I think the elf on the shelf has paid us a visit. Yeah, the original was called Over the Gate, because I had visions of the idea that the painting was, the gate that was at the bottom of the garden that led out onto open fields and nice big clouds. You'll see as we go along. So, let's make a start. We will make a start with some Prussian Blue. Now, I will say that I'm going to have a little bit of Phthalo Blue. didn't tell you what colours I've actually got, have I? I've got Titanium White, Cerulean Blue, Phthalo Blue, Prussian Blue, Ivory Black. I will need some brown, which I'll need to get out. Paynes Grey, Alizarin Crimson, Cadmium Yellow, Indian Yellow, Yellow Ochre, and my 2 Cadmium Red lights. So here we go. We'll start, as ever. Too much paint on the brush, so let's knock a little bit off, because you do need just a tiny, tiny little piece. Okay, and as I said before, I have started going around the corners. I cannot believe how warm this fire is. It's really made the place so toasty. It's very, very warm. Now we'll just put in a little bit of sky. I am trying to get a little bit at the top, but I'm so short I do have to stand on tippy toe in order to make sure I get everything on there. Okay, and don't forget hubby is sitting there with my laptop ready to take your questions or pass on any messages, so please do say hi. There we go. So doing a crisscross motion. You didn't think I was going to leave that sky that nice straight line, did you? I hope you didn't. I hope you know me better by now. Okay, there we go. So, crisscross. Now do leave the little light bits in sky, because the sky, that leaves you clouds areas automatically. Now I'm going to bring this down to about a third of the way down, maybe a little bit further. It's so hot in here. I put the fire on because I thought it was going to be cold. But it's such an efficient little wood burner. And this isn't a huge place, and it's a log cabin. So being a log cabin, it does tend to retain the heat somewhat. Okay, so I'm smoothing that out, and you can see all the little light spots that are there. So putting that brush down, because I will be using that later, I will take a fan brush, and this is a Bob Ross one, a Bob Ross number 3. So I think this is the smaller one of the 2. Are we okay there? Okay, now I did have some really big clouds in this one. I had quite a dramatic sky, so I'm going to do it again. Now, don't let your brush come to a halt. There we go. Keep it moving. Keep it topped up with white paint. Because if you let your brush just stop in one place, you just end up with a cotton wool pad. Okay. It's got a little bit too hot for hubby. And he's got a nasty cough. Bless him. Okay, so building that up. Just do one layer of the clouds at a time. Try and make them a little bit varied. Okay, I am taking it straight across, but you will notice the clouds are not straight. They themselves are not straight. Now, if you do get a hair on the painting, don't worry about it. Click it off. And they do come off quite easily. These are all natural bristle brushes, so therefore they do shed, just like we do. Okay, so put that one down there. Take the corner of a good dry clean brush and we'll start to blend out. Now I will show you this. That's all the bristles that I'm using. I'm only using the top corner in order to mix this around. Alright, so blend it out. Don't touch the top yet. We're not touching the top at all. We're only touching the bottom. We're only interested in making sure the bottom is blended out a little bit, because you know clouds, they do disappear into nothing. All right, there we go. So now, what do we do next? You know, we fluff up our little clouds. Clouds are very, very fluffy. And we set them down into the painting, like that. Okay, so next colour. I'll leave my brush there. Go back to my fan brush. This time, just to have a little bit of a change, I'm going to use a little bit, and I mean a little bit, of Alizarin Crimson mixed in. So we'll have some pink fluffy clouds, because I have got the painting, I've got a copy of the painting in front of me, and the clouds are pink, but also I've got pink in the snow, I've got pink in the bushes, so it just all ties everything together. Okay, there we are. Now, when it comes to going back into your paint, just give your brush a little wipe, a little bit more, because otherwise you end up with the blue coming into it, and that'll ruin the colour that you've just come up with. Okay, again, wipe them down. I know I usually put this in my on top of the fire or somewhere, but with the fire being on, can't do that today. So there we go. And I'm going to bring that one right up into there and bring some down here. All right. It's all very quiet over there. Is nobody commenting yet?
Yeah, Joe's been on.
Joe's been on?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. What she said.
Hello.
Hello, Joe. Thank you for commenting. It's just nice to know that I'm not here on my own with hubby and nobody else is joining me. So thank you for joining me. I did try and make it. Is that Joe from Glinton? Joe Yates?
Yes.
Okay, because I did try and make it later, because last time Joe was always at work, so she wasn't able to join me. So I did try and make it an evening one to allow people to join me. So, again, we'll just have a little mash around. Like I say, again, because I've fluffed up the clouds, there's a little bit more paint on there now, but not many. And as you do this, you will pick paint up. If you pick too much paint up, knock it off and turn the brush around, because there's plenty. This is a 2-inch Bob Ross brush. I haven't found an alternative brush that works as well, I have to say, for this particular type of painting. The Bob Ross brushes, because the paint is so thick, the brushes are, we'll set that one down in the painting, the brushes are designed to work with this method, this particular method. If you're working with acrylics, then you may be able to use a different brush. I'm not sure. Certainly if you're using the oils and you're using the thicker oils, I tend to use a mix of, sometimes, if I can get them, I prefer the Bob Ross painting, prefer the Bob Ross paints, but if I can't, the Winsor Newton work really well as well. Okay, now, last one, last cloud, going in. So we'll make it a big one. There we are. And I've got 3 layers of cloud. And if you change the colour, then obviously you can see the 3 layers. If they were all the same colour, they'd mash into each other a little bit. So again, another reason for changing the colours. Okay, there we are. And over to the side. There we are. Okay. Now I'm going to bring that one down a little bit because I do feel like I just want a little bit, I want it to be a little bit bigger, a bit bolder. There we are. Okay, let's bring that down there. Okay, now I'm going to put the brush into the cleaner because again, those of you who watch me regularly will know I'm forever forgetting to clean my brushes. So trying to get into the habit of actually putting the brushes into the thinner as soon as I finish with them. There was one that I did not long ago where I actually left my brushes with paint on them. Must have been for the best part of a week. They weren't in good shape when I got them back, but they're not as good as they were before I left them for a week. But that's my own fault. That's because when I'd finished the live painting, I went off and did something else, and that was the last thought I had about it, because in my mind I'd done it. Okay, so I'm going to knock off the excess paint and very, very lightly set all that down. All right, now I'm going to put that one in there. So using the white mixed with the blue, I'm going to tap the corner, just the corner of the brush, and we're going to put in some background trees and bushes. Now I've got to take a clean brush, I've got a hair that's come out, so whip it off using a clean brush. I want them a little bit darker but not much, because these ones will be in the background of the painting. So don't do them all straight. Do the various sizes. The lighter ones, as you run out of paint, this is a taller tree there, we go. As you run out of paint, the lighter ones can go into the back and have the brighter ones nearer the front, or the darker ones nearer the front. Okay. Now we are going to be pulling some snow into this, obviously. So let's do a big tree up there. Obviously, the harder you hit, another tree there. Now this won't be an exact copy of the painting that I envisage is now hanging in the cathedral somewhere, because each one is original, and even if I wanted to do a copy of it, because I've got it up there, there's no way. It just won't look the same. It will be similar. And so that's why I say if you want a commission of one that you've seen before, I will do it, and it will be similar, but it will not be the same for that very reason. Okay, right. So we've gone right the way across with the brush. I'll get my fan brush out of the thinners, and I'll knock it on my, there we go. I think the fire's beginning to die down, the intense heat is beginning to go, thankfully. So we'll take the white, pull it out, get some on the brushes. Now we have got a few little, instead of just having a straight line, let's start with the snow way in the back. Okay, so it's coming out. We'll have another little path there, and it looks like that should be a little path that might come down to meet that one. There we are. And so I'm not bothered about that paint. coming off the brush. Okay, we'll bring some from this side. And some of it can come back from the trees. And then bring it across. Well, that looks like that would be a good place for a path, right back in the back. There we are. Okay. So, oh, mustn't forget to go around the corner. And we'll bring that down. Bring some in. Take a little bit of the bottom of the tree to bring the colour into the painting, which gives you a little bit of shadow. Okay, and then I'll bring that over. Rub a little bit in. There we go, and then smooth it off. Okay, so can come over this way and wipe the blue off. Anybody else on the messages?
Only Bud.
Only Bud.
Hi, Mum.
Hi, Bud. I'm just going to go over. Just let me know, Bud, if you can, if you're still watching this, if you can see everything okay. I think you can. There we go. Can you see how many people are actually watching? A little eye at the top.
$15,904.
Yeah, and then when you wake up you find there's only two. Okay, that's probably you and Bud, to be fair. Okay, I'm going to bring this down a little bit further. There we are. Okay, so we've got a little bit of shadow. Put a little bit of blue in. A little bit of shadow. There we are. All right. There we go. There we are. There's another little hair. So we'll blend that in. All right, now using a different fan brush, I'm going to use, now I haven't got any brown, so I'll have to use ochre and a bit of black, I think, and that'll mix me up a brown. I haven't even got any green. Okay, so using the dark colours.
Call yourself an artist.
I know. I forgot I'd need brown. Okay, phthalo.
Tree mayor giving it away.
You be quiet in the cheap seats.
Okay.
Okay, I will put a little bit of the cadmium yellow in, just to green it up a little bit. Because although these ones, the trees were definitely just the blues, I just think they're too blue. So, where are we going to go? We are going to go and start just there, and it's not going to, so I will, if it doesn't stick, because the mantra of this is that a thin paint sticks to a thick paint. So if it's not sticking well, then you need to add a little bit of paint thinner. There we go. Oh, the tree's rocking and rolling now. It's coming out now. There we go. There's one. We'll add a little bit more paint to it. And a little bit more of the yellow. So I like just that little hint of green in it. And a little bit of the paint thinners. Now you can use the liquid white, but obviously the liquid white changes the colours. of the paint, whereas the thinners keeps the colour true. And we're going to have to go around the corner with this one. And because he's a little darker, I'm actually going to put him in front. And then we'll have another one. Let's have one sticking out there. This one's fell over a little bit.
He's on the hook.
Yeah. This one's Ryan. That's unfair. Okay, a little bit over there. So, then we need the knife. And I need to try and magic up a bit of brown somehow. So, I'm going to go with, actually, I can make my own brown. I can add red, blue.
I can't get to your paints to get your brown.
Yeah, they're in the fridge behind you.
Right. What brown?
If you can get to it. If not, I can make it up with
Brown.
green, blue and red. No, green, yellow, blue and red. All the primary colours should make a brown of sorts. Let's have a little look. Of sorts. So, if we just touch little bits here and there, just to show a little bit of maybe in the door.
Dark sienna.
Dark sienna or Van Dyke brown.
I've got burnt sienna or dark sienna.
I guess I'll have the dark sienna then.
Let me go in the door.
There should be a big tube of Van Dyke brown. I actually have a little, the reason why my husband's rummaging there is because we've got a little fridge, because in the summer that does get so hot in here that my oil paints were melting. So we do a little bit of snow on these now. Now I said that one was in the front, so let's do this one first.
Would you like me to give you a little squirt?
Yes, please. That's lovely, thank you. Okay, I think we need a little bit of liquid. There we go. Is that one?
Will Madam require another colour?
No, that's all I need. Thank you very much.
Terrific.
So, and again, I will wipe a little bit of magic white, liquid white,
And Snow White.
and on there. Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it?
That's nice now.
And then we will add a little bit of snow to that. Now, taking the blue.
Still only. Oh, we've got a third watcher.
Oh, lovely. Bring a little bit of that colour out into the snow as part of the shadow. I will then knock that off, and then I'll take for the white one, which is over here. So for those of you who haven't been following and don't know, I use a bin with a basket.
Back to 2.
And taking some of the white, a little bit of those colours in, we will come and bring the snow down here. Now that colour also changes the lay of the land a little bit. Alright, so there we are. Bring that down. Put the colours in. Okay. So we'll bring that right over here, but I am going to do a few more trees on this side. So
Evens up.
we'll pull that colour in. And I'm just going to add a little bit of white snow to the rest. Okay, and this time I won't put it in the... Okay, so my dark colours. I'm going to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to take a little bit of black in with the blues. It's Prussian Blue and Phthalo Blue. And I'm going to put... There, we're going to have a big tree.
Back to 3. Oh.
A really big tree.
Back to 2. What is going on?
People come and go, drift in and out.
But that was literally 3 seconds.
That's what happens. Okay, put another one here. I shall have to take that one round the corner. There we go. Going to make that one a little bit fatter, a little bit bolder. Make him a little bit darker. There we are, because he needs to be further down. I'm going to have him there. A little bit of greenery. There we are. Right, so put that one down, pick up the white one, wipe the white one off. Oh. Okay, so that's gone, so let me put that one in the fire so that I can wipe my brush on there.
One watcher.
Okay, it's probably you. So I need my brown. Thank you, Trevor. And we'll mix it with a little bit of white. Okay, we'll take a little bit of this white and we'll mix it up here. Okay. Leave it marbled. Didn't want to do that, wanted to use my knife. There we go, up there. And then just put down. Now I'm going to bring that right down so that it's actually standing free of the foliage. A little bit up there. And we'll bring that one down to there. Okay. Picking up on the white with my white brush. Now that I need to get rid of the blue or the brown that I used. Okay, and a little bit of... I need to get some more of that. Put that on the list.
Blue or white?
White. I need a little bit more of liquid white.
Got enough for the painting?
Yeah.
Otherwise I'll have a look in the fridge.
No, there's no more. I do know that. Okay. Okay. That's him done. So I'm actually going to wipe my brush in the paint thinners because it is actually getting too blue. Too blue. Not a blue hue. Okay, top a little bit. And this one is behind old matey there, so and then we just need to add a little bit. Again, make sure you wipe your brush off quite a lot. And we'll add a little bit of snow to that. There we go. Then with the blue brush, we will take the bottom and bring it out over there.
Okay, back to 2.
Alright,
Got a brush on.
no more comments? Talk to me, guys.
No, no more
because you...
We've had 7 comments since you started, but
Oh.
you've answered those.
Have I?
Yeah. So
Is that Joe?
it's just I answered you.
Okay.
So back to 1.
I think sometimes when the internet goes in and out, it drops the figures as well. I think sometimes.
I think the problem is it's a Friday night and everyone's busy. Seriously.
Yeah, well, we'll watch it later, so it's not a problem. Okay, so, like I said to you, the actual viewing figures tonight aren't quite, or they're not always on the night. It's who watches it later. Right, so that's my scene so far. So now I'm going to take my script liner brush, because take a little bit of brown, mix a little bit of white with it,
Go easy with that brown.
a little bit of yellow ochre, I think, and I think in the back here there is a fence, and that fence disappears over the hill. Okay, and there it goes. There we are. It's disappearing. Now I need to go back into it. Colour, we'll do a little piece across. And what we will do is take a little bit of white as well, so that it looks like a little bit of snow laying on the top of it. It's gone into blue, so let's go back to the brown. There we go, that's better. Going into the distance. So that's now going down over the hill. I'm going to take a little bit of liquid white and pop just a tiny little dot on the top on some of these, just so that it looks like a little bit of snow. It is winter, so there would be some snow on there. Alright. Now, one thing I did forget, so I need a clean round brush, a little bit of white, is just to make this all come together at the back. Where you've got a hard line, just take your brush and just smudge that a little bit.
And blend it.
You will find that your trees and everything will come into being. There we are. Oh, you can see quite a little path there. That's quite cool. Right. Now, I'll clean my brush. And I'm going to take a little bit, what colours have I got? I've almost got like a lavender colour there. So, lavender will be blue, which I've got there, and Alizarin Crimson. So let's get the dark colour first. That has to be the base colour. Flip my paper over, my kitchen paper, nearly said toilet paper. Let's stab the brush in there, and let's start with what is just beyond the garden gate. Alright, so can leave that there. We need a different shape. Okay. You see this garden gate is going to be a little bit more central than the other one. bushes that are in our garden. Yep. So take a little bit of the pink, a little bit of the white, a little bit of liquid white. Let's just, before we do that, get a little bit of this colour and let's put in a few little sticks and things that are going to hold all this up. Needs to have a little bit of background, backbone. There we are. So just flicking a few little sticks and stuff in, just so that they're not just hanging in thin air, they are actually growing in something. And what you can do is, if you want, you can grow one stick a little bit.
Jenny's just replied and said thank you for the triffids.
You're welcome, Jenny. I've just been clearing a plot of land in the herb garden and doing some weeding in the rest of the garden, and I realised that my herbs have just seeded themselves everywhere, so I potted them up and I've just been distributing them today to some friends. Which is good. Okay, so
it's a bravery stroke tree.
it is going up and over. Now you see this tree doesn't exist in my other painting, but do you know what? I don't care. It exists in this one because I just felt it needed to be there.
We felt adventurous.
Okay, so that's my tree over there. I'm going to do another one over here, but I'll do him later. Save that for later on. The excitement. Okay, now don't forget, think about shape when you're plopping these on, and I will keep trying to not hit that bauble anymore. So I'm going to go over for a little bit more pink. I think it needs to change colour. Oh, that's a bit better. That's a bit nicer a colour. Nicer? Oh, maybe I'm better during the day as well.
That's in-house speak.
A little bit more. There we go. Take that round the corner. And I'm actually going to do quite a bright red one just there. Just because I felt it needed a little bit of a change of colour. Okay, going back to the purples and the white. Again, don't forget, go around the corner. Go a little bit over here. Put a little bit of this red in actually. Going to put him in there. Okay, need a little bit of white. Keeping you up, darling?
No. I was just thinking, is there room for an igloo and someone on a snowmobile?
Possibly. He's behind there.
Ah, that's what Bob Ross said.
Yeah, he's not, can't be seen.
Very snowmobile.
Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more white of the liquid white, because again, if you find it's not sticking, you need to thin your paint. There we are. Okay, now
Gosh, we're up to 2 viewers.
I'm going to
Back to 2.
take some of the brown and some of this, no, some of my yellow ochre. I do like the browns and the yellow ochres, they go well together. Okay, make a woody colour like that, pull it out flat, wipe your knife, and let's, okay, grab a brush, because I don't think, well, I might be able to do it with the knife, well, especially if it's a smaller knife. Okay, let's see what we can do. So, just about here we have, I'm going to bring it up a little bit. Yeah, bring it up and then we'll do something. So that's there. Put that there and there.
3 viewers.
Okay. And then we'll go across. We have got, you tell I'm concentrating, it goes really quiet.
4.
There we are. Cut that across there.
Up to 4, Princess.
Well done. And we'll have a cross gate. A bit like the one that we've got on ours. Bit rough and ready this one though. There we go. And then we need, okay, a little bit.
If that's my gate, I'm getting it replaced under warranty.
Okay. A little bit across there. Like 3 bars on there. I'm going to have one that just disappears off down there. And then I shall draw those in. Actually I won't. I'll use the little side of the knife. Excuse my arm. Go. It's disappearing off there. Okay. So now I will tidy it up with my script liner. And this one's a Donna Dewberry one because my Bob Ross ones have all disintegrated or split, or probably due to the fact that I've kept forgetting to clean them. Okay, we'll tidy this up a little bit because the paint is now on. Take it from here. Because obviously we need the gate straight across. Go up a little bit. 2, 3. Across there, across there. Then we need to come this way. Alright, get rid of some of the paint that's actually accumulated on the brush. Have another row there. Right, and there's my, need a little bit of liquid white. Put some paint on the top. Let's paint snow. Bring that down there, that over there, come down, a little bit of snow over here. I'm just using straight liquid white with this. Just popping it wherever I think it might have fallen. There we go. Now let's tidy up round the bottom of him with, okay, let's do, oh, I won't do that one because it's fallen in the water. Let's do this one. Okay, so if I go back into this, I now place that down in there. And then we can have a little bit more here around the bottom. Just building it away. I'll take another fan brush and I will take a little bit of brown because we're just going to have a little sort of suggestion of a path just there. And one more bravery stroke before we finish, because I want to use up my brown since my husband went and got it. Thank you, Trim. I'm going to have, it's going to go in here. I'm going to have a fair-sized tree. Why? Because I can do. And he's going to come up here. It's going to have branches off there. Keep reloading your colour because it will pull it off the canvas, which means it needs to be a little bit thinner. And there we go. Still warm enough?
Yeah, toasty.
Lovely. We'll put a little bit there. And we'll have a little bit over here. And let's say you can keep going with this and making it as much as you want, as big as you want. This tree can keep growing until it just about takes over the whole painting if you want him to. I will just take my little brush, frog in my throat there. Take a little bit of the darker colour just to cover up his little foot there. Okay, and that is the painting. Oh, I need to sign it. Can't be the painting until I've signed it, can it? Right, I need to clean my brush first. And no, I didn't just wipe that on the floor. I do have, oh, luckily,
wipe that on the floor.
I do have a towel underneath my easel because I'm a messy pup and I've thrown paint all over this studio. Okay, so there we go. Oh, a little bit more paint. B. There we go. I always sign them in the bottom left hand side and I always sign it with red so that you know where to go. So if it's not there, it's a forgery. Okay, so there you go. That was Over the Gate 2. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you give it a go. I'm now going to move the camera again because I'm now going to introduce you to the Christmas shop. Right, so as you can see behind me, I've got all my baubles. Now this is going to take a while to get through them. Hopefully I'll be able to finish by 9 o'clock. Keep fingers crossed. Okay, so these little gold baubles and bronze baubles, and I think there's a silver one there is, up here. They are my mandala baubles.
Nelson.
All right? They are, it's mandala, not Mandela. Just can't get the staff these days. So this one is done, obviously snow, but it's got pearls on it. This one is done in the oranges and the golds. There's one down here in bronze and whites and golds. And like I said, this one up here in the silver and the snowflake. Now I've also done some other, oh, and this one with pearls as well, which was like a purple and pearls. And I have also done a couple of clear baubles with the mandalas again, which I think are quite striking in the white and the red. And inside is some fluffy snow. just to reflect. And this one, the snow is actually attached, it's in turquoise, and the snow is actually attached to the white card inside. And there is another one that I have somewhere which has a mandala inside the clear plastic, but I've obviously not got that one out, so it's obviously on the website. Right, I've also done mandalas on square canvases. Now, before I forget, the baubles are £3.50 each. Now, that includes the big ones, which are done painted inside and then sealed and then decorated. Like one's got a snowstorm, that one's just a winter scene. These I call my cloud baubles because they just look like dreams and clouds floating around, and they're all £3.50. But you will see, I'll just show you this mandala first. This is a snowflake mandala, and it's, yeah, that way up. And they're done on reclaimed canvases. Again, they're all available. I've got several patterns. I'm just going to try and see if I can't. So, yeah, I think that can go down there. Okay, so where did we get to? These ones. Now, these are actually tags. Hand decorated, hand painted tags. And from my calligraphy, I've written on the back. So you can write a to and a from whoever. So little gift tags. And this little tree here is full. She says, bring them out. More gift tags. So again, these got the to's and froms. These are actually, so these are all £2.50. And these, there's one that just says love is, it's not Christmas. And that one's more sort of like for a birthday with the flowers. But these ones, I'll have to look them up, but I think they're £1.50 each. And they're just hand decorated little stars from, I don't know where I got them from, but I've hand decorated them and I've printed them up, and they can be bought in a set or they can be bought individually. So I'm sure they're £1.50 each. Now, just because I'm an artist, I don't just do art. I actually started as a paper crafter, a card maker, a long time ago. And I've recently found a few people on YouTube that are doing card craft. So this one is gold rose candle in a decorated box. I don't think the candle is scented, but these ones, again, it's the only one I've got left, and that's available on my website. That's £5. And moving on to these, again, this is a gift box set of scented, yeah, they're definitely scented candles with, or tea lights with a gift tag decorated in matching roses, and there's your scented candles inside. So it's a lovely little presentation box. Can't remember off the top of my head what they are, but they're on my website, rbart.co.uk. And I did start, now when my husband and I went to Germany not long ago, and I did, what? What's so funny?
My son has taken the mickey out of my IT skills.
Is he? Why? What's he doing?
Well done, Dad, and he's peeing himself.
My husband is not known for his IT skills, but he's doing really well tonight. I'm really proud of him. So we went to Germany, and there was a craft shop that we walked past, and no, we didn't. That's a lie. We don't walk past craft shops.
No, we got
My
dragged
husband
in.
gets dragged in all the time. And they were these cute little boxes, and I thought, I've got to buy some. And I decorated them up, and I sold them. And so I wrote to the shop and ordered some more. And you do know that's public, Trevor. Your comments will be public.
Yes, I know. I haven't made any.
Okay. I just saw him typing there. I got a bit worried. Please don't. So yeah. I've decorated them up, and usually they have a Ferrero Rocher in there, But one, I thought they're not going to last till Christmas because last year's didn't last till Christmas. But if you buy one, I will put a Ferrero Rocher in there. And I've got a few designs, like little table presents or little extra Christmas presents, gifts for the tree. So I have a few of those decorated up, but I've also got a few girly ones decorated up. See, look, there's the paper ready for the Ferrero Rocher. That one, again, paper decorated up. It's got a little cameo in there as well as the paper rose. And what about the teachers? A little thank you. Just a little bright one. It says you're a star on there. So they're all available. They're all ready to be dispatched, except for the Ferrero Rocher. Going back to the baubles for one moment, I did neglect to mention my slate baubles, which are something a little bit different. They're painted and then they're decorated with a little bit of glitter. So they do catch the light. And I have one wooden heart left, and I have, so it's a little robin on a post, and I have one ceramic heart left, and that is just about all I have here. Oh, and Poppy Day's coming up, the 11th of November, and so I have available to pop in your window because there won't be any collections. So any of my poppy paintings, there's another one down there which I will show you. Any of my paintings sell, I will send a portion to the British Legion, because that's only fair. The poppy is theirs, and they are going to suffer this year with not being able to have so many collections and people not being about. And I do believe the parades are probably cancelled as well. So they're big fundraisers for them. So I will, this one's 40, and so I'll probably donate a £5 for that one. And this one, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I will donate something for that as well. There is one more which I will be coming along to. Oh, it's over there, which is a little pot of poppies. And again, I will make a donation because it is a really good charity. They do an awful lot of good work for our ex-servicemen. Before I leave this corner, there's a few little paintings. I think sometimes when you see something on a website, you don't realise what size they are. So these ones, although the close-ups that makes them look quite big, they're actually quite small. So hence the difference in prices. But they are all painted. I think I showed them to you once before. I was using up a palette, and I did so many different things from the one palette of paint, and they were 2 of them. Right, so moving on, I will be moving the camera yet again, so if you don't mind closing your eyes for a moment. Okay, stopped moving, and I think I will move you up a little bit. So now we'll stop moving. Again, paper crafts. Now these are, they're not Christmas designed, but they are just little gifts, little stocking fillers. Each tea light is individually wrapped in the paper matching the little bag. So they can hang on a tree if you wanted to, or they can be just, like I say, just a little stocking filler. And I have 2 of those left. That's all I have at the moment. So what else do we have? We have collections of 4 scented tea lights. Now this one is done up as Christmas. And again, if you need any more of these, please speak to me and order them because from me, because I can make those up for you individually for as many as you need. The little boxes, let me take one, and actually let me open this one because this one's quite pretty with all the different candles. This one's got floral candles in it, so they are actually floral tea lights. They are scented, they're slightly floral, funnily enough, but I think they look quite pretty. And again, a little stocking filler, a little table present or a little Christmas tree present, or a little present for somebody that you know that you don't know very well, but you've got, say like the Secret Santa, okay? So that's a little box of those. Moving on to the beeswax candles. These are hand-rolled candles that I bought locally. Added a little ribbon, popped them in a little box, because I decorated them up because they go, I'll just push that on there, on my candle mats. Now these are a set of 4. I've got 1, 2, 3, I don't know where the 4th one is, but I do have 4 available. And literally the candle just sits on. They are all hand painted, they are all finished in yacht varnish, so that they won't, they have, I don't know if you can see it because of the shining, but they have like a red hot poker, they have a little bumblebee there, a little flower with a bumblebee on it, because obviously the beeswax candles. Now they are the same price as the larger candles, I believe, maybe they aren't. Beeswax candles, $3.50 each. Nope. So that's a slightly larger one. Again, I'll just show you how they sit on there. They're quite sturdy, they're not going anywhere, and but just always be careful when you're having, don't leave them unattended. We don't want any accidents. I would like to see you all back next Christmas. Oops, so I'll just put that back. Now the little tea lights, I've got hand painted tea lights. I gave these out to friends last year with the mandala on them, and they seem to go down quite well, but these are a little Christmas scene. Don't know if you can see that. It has a little cottage with some smoke and trees, a little bit of snow, and I thought I had a little church somewhere, but obviously I don't have a church on that one. Perhaps it's the other ones that I have the church on. Perhaps it's, no, this is just, there he is there, and there's the little church that side. And again, I think they look quite attractive. And the larger tea lights that I have, and these ones are £6 each, or the pair for 10. And this is the poinsettia tea light holder. And this one is just a Christmas scene. I just get these silly ideas sometimes. But there we are. There you've got the North Pole. There you have Santa, and I don't think you can see it. I don't know how close I can come and be in focus. But Rudolph is in behind the bushes, and all you can see is his red nose and a little bit of his antlers. He's not happy about having to come out to work on Christmas Eve. And here and there you've got a few little Santa's elves, helpers hiding. And then of course you've got the North Pole sign to the North Pole telling you where it is. Now the other one that I have, the other set, is again tea light holders. They are glass. They are quite heavy actually. They are the same, but they have the North Pole. They have little cottages, and they have a little church, all hand painted, bushes and trees, and they look quite pretty actually looking down on them, because it's very, very blue. So you smarten up your table. Now I have also just put this one out because this is inspired by my next door neighbour's tree actually. He has a magnolia tree, or they have a magnolia tree in their garden. And when it flowers, it is absolutely stunning. I have to say it's not very spectacular the rest of the year with just leaves and things. It's just a big tree. But in the spring, when the flowers coming out, it's absolutely spectacular. Beautiful, beautiful tree. And every year I see it, I just keep thinking, I'm going to paint that. And so I did. And this is the last one I had. I did 3 or 4 of them in the series, but this is the last one that I have. It's £25. It would have to be hopefully hand delivered, but if I have sent one of these abroad to the States, somewhere in Louisiana, and I never heard back from the guy, so I'm assuming it got there okay and in one piece. It was very, very well packed. This one I did put a little robin. I don't know if you can see him, but there is a little robin there. It's not a candle holder, it is a vase, because I believe the neck too narrow to be one of the storm lamp type vases. Okay, I will just remove the old school water bottle, because that's not for sale.
No, it's very sacred.
And the last of the tea light holders, again, it was a set of 4 that I had, but this one is the only one remaining. And again, I think it looks quite pretty. It's got mountains on, it's got glittered stars, it's got cut out stars, and that is 6 as well. Moving, oh, the other poppy. You didn't see the other poppy. There we are, that's the bowl of poppies. Now, one thing I would like to point out to you, which is available on the website, is that I would do painting lessons. I've done quite a few, and I will, if there's one person, I will do the painting in here, the painting lesson. If there's more than one person, then I will my husband will erect the gazebo in the garden. It's a 3 metre by 3 metre, so it's big enough for you all to, one in each corner, so I could do 3 people in the garden. So it's all COVID secure. I do have the NHS track and scan, the app, the NHS app, trace and scan, whatever. I've got it here. And I have taken the course as well, so I am COVID compliant. So yeah, if you would like a lesson, the single lessons are 50. The double lessons, if there's 2 of you, it becomes down to 90. So there's a £5 each saving. Now the other thing that I would like to point out about the lessons is that I have available gift vouchers. You can specify on these gift vouchers for part a lesson or a whole lesson. They're available in multiples of 5. They always come in a handcrafted card. That's one, and I've got a few other designs up here, but obviously I will make them to your specifications. If you don't want Merry Christmas, perhaps it's a Christmas type birthday, you can have those made, but these are my Christmas designs for this year. I can hand paint them as well if you would like that instead of the handcrafted ones. Now I did speak earlier about a giveaway if you wanted. So what I've discussion with my sons, what I've decided to do is that for the first 3 orders from tonight that come through my website and that are over £20, and that's not including postage, but if your order comes over £20, you will get a gift voucher which will be valid for site-wide for 10% off your next order. Alright, so place an order on the website today, rbart.co.uk/Christmas or rbart.co.uk/store. Place your order in the usual way. Now, in the early days, my platform for my website is Squarespace. And when it started out, we did have an issue with the address filling. It didn't know that the UK existed. Well, it does now. It's been resolved. So hopefully, no matter where in the world that you come from, you can just type in your address and it will find you. It now knows where you live, hopefully. And then just add things to your basket, check out in the usual way. If you live reasonably local to me, and by that I mean within an hour and a half, 2 hours drive, I will deliver free of charge, or my son in Peterborough, thank you Lewis, hello, or my husband who's a travelling salesman can drop them off to you. If you're further afield and we won't be going to your part of the world anytime soon, what I do is I pack everything up. If you pay for the order, I pack everything up, I dispatch it, and then I invoice you separately over PayPal for the postage. I don't charge for the packing, but I charge the postage at cost, and that goes to wherever in the world you happen to be. All right? So don't worry if you're in the States. I've sent stuff over there before, that's fine. I sent stuff to Dubai, it's all got there fine. Sent one just recently to Ireland, that got there fine as well. All right, so please don't let that put you off. Okay, now on to the good stuff. This is the Christmas stuff that I love.
Chocolate.
No, it's not chocolate. That's the really good stuff. Oh, there, yay, hello. Okay. The first things that I'd like to point out is I've never done Christmas paintings before, but this year I thought I'd be different. So we have a little Christmas scene which has little reindeers, moon, snow, and Merry Christmas. Like I say, just little something to bring out actually for the festive decorations. Again, there's another one, Mrs. Frosty. You'll find her. This one's named just Christmas Scene. The other one is Mrs. Frosty. And I think you saw, or you may not have seen me paint my Christmas robins in a basket. I don't know if you can see all that.
On a basket.
On a basket, in a basket, with a basket, on some snow, in a snowstorm. And that's a pair of robins. And that one's 40, again with Merry Christmas up the top. And you can actually see me paint that one on YouTube, as you can sit and watch me paint this one on YouTube as well. Because I think this is, no, I don't think this is the one that my husband had a starring role in, where he decided to load the skip as I was trying to paint a painting, but I don't think it was this one.
Not that one.
No. But here we have the carol singers. Okay, so it's a little family of 4 snowmen. Again, this is 40 because it's quite a big canvas. It is on a canvas board, and it has a multicoloured Merry Christmas at the top. rbart.co.uk/Christmas.
Crimble.
And how many sleeps till Christmas are there? Well, let's work it out. 30 days in November, 24 till December, so that's 54, plus how many left in October? Where are we? The 9th. So we need 22.
22 days.
22 days, so it's 54, 76. So, should have worked it out before, but we've worked it out now. So 76 sleeps till Christmas. Now this one isn't finished in yacht varnish because obviously we need to be able to wash this down and change the numbers daily. It will have a new piece of chalk. This has been to many craft fairs, and I will also replace the ribbon for the same reason, because it has been to many craft fairs. And it proudly sits on top of the stand with how many days till Christmas. It annoys quite a lot of people, but on the other hand, it's a countdown. Teach your children to count backwards. I must admit though, if it doesn't sell this Christmas, because it comes out, when I've done my last craft fair, it comes out and it hangs in my hall, and to be honest, if it doesn't sell for this Christmas, I'm going to keep it. It's going to be part of my Christmas. Now this one does go outside if you need it to. It's finished in yacht varnish. It's a stencil, and then I've hand painted the stencil and gone over with a little bit of glitter on the berries. And one more for the medium size. Now, if you're wondering, this is the medium sized heart, this is the small heart. All right, so I haven't got a large heart here, but there you two. So you've got Rudolph on one side, and the medium hearts are 15 and the small ones are £7.50. And that is Mrs. Snowman having a really good laugh at Mr. Snowman getting in a real muddle with the Christmas lights, which it happens every year. Hands up those of you who have never had a fight with the lights, because I won't believe you. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the one that just, I can't. And there's a little welcome sign, and that goes with the medium hearts, so that is 15 as well. Now for drinks, we have little Christmas coasters, got a pair of robins. Mr. Snowman makes an appearance a couple of times because I just love doing them. They're just, in fact I might do one for you next time, just so that you can see them. And they are £6 each. Now because it's the festive season, oh look, look, not quite the festive season yet, but we also have Happy Halloween, so spooky Halloween times. Yeah, festive times. Now, I'm the designated driver in my family. Why? Because alcohol is a migraine trigger for me, so I can't drink. Which led me to think, while everybody else is drinking real wine, that's that one, don't know if you can see it properly, I'm drinking the non-alcoholic wine. So instead of having little tags, you can have little coasters, so you know which is which. Because to be honest, you know as soon as you drink them, I know that. As soon as you take a mouthful, you know if you've got alcohol or not. But you can, they look the same. A non-alcoholic wine looks the same as an alcoholic wine, and they're usually served in similar glasses, so alcoholic and non-alcoholic. So that's for me and my hubby. And moving on for I was talking about the mandalas earlier, and that's another one that I have that is available, and that one is the firework mandala. Now we've also got another half an hour yet to go, so if you have any questions, please do let me know, because otherwise I'm just going to be rambling on about various paintings for another half an hour. I would like to actually chat to somebody, which would be good. You saw me do this one during lockdown as well, and this was the Northern Lights. So you can go to my YouTube channel, Ruth Baldry Art, funnily enough, and watch me painting quite a lot of different paintings. You'll be able to see this one as well. I will put that on YouTube. I'll cut out all the shopping stuff, but I will be putting these ones on. So that's another winter theme one. There's no Merry Christmas or anything on there, but it's a really effective Christmas scene. And moving away from Christmas, I have some paintings down here, which again, I just thought I would show you, because quite often you don't know the sizes. It's difficult to see the actual sizes of something when you're just looking at a flat picture. So this one again was one that I did on lockdown. And it's a slightly smaller canvas because we had to recover this one, and it was done as, so that it looked almost like a watercolour. So because quite often people think that oil paints are really, really heavy and they're so vibrant, and then they go dark, and then, you know, one thing leads to another, and they don't look very delicate. But I think I've shown with today's painting and with this one that oil painting doesn't have to be heavy. It can be a nice light picture as well. So this one obviously just a little bit of a snow scene, a little bit of cloud, bit of sunset. Very, very pretty little painting. Again, another one, Sunset on the Broads, from the lockdown series, with a little jetty and a little boat. We're actually talking about maybe getting a boat on the Broads. I don't know if anybody has ever done that. We used to have a boat on the Broads when I was very, very young. My dad built one, which was lovely. He was an engineer, so it came second nature to him. So yeah, that's the sunset on the Broads. Like I say, again, you can watch this on my YouTube channel. I've got them all on there. I'm just trying to think. I have maybe about 30 or 40 now videos, tutorials, and they're not just all of paintings. You can see me paint some of these little tea lights, see me painting the vases, and there's instructions there for the slate hearts. I think I've even done a couple of baubles, not sure. So, you know, that I try and pass on what I've learned and what I know, because I get such a kick from it and I get so much joy out of it, and I just want everybody else to enjoy it as well. And I was told at school that I couldn't paint and that I used to pass art just purely because for effort. I used to put the effort in, but I wasn't very good. But that's because you've got a set curriculum when you're at school and you have to do certain things. This just gives so much freedom. You can do what you want to do. You can do what's in there. You can do what's in your heart. You can do what's in your mind. It's quick because it's wet on wet, so you don't have to wait for the layers to dry before applying the next one, which I must admit is teaching me patience with the mandalas, because there you do have to wait for the paints to dry. Why are you laughing?
Because I do patience.
Yeah. Yeah, hubby is not the most patient of people. Although, in his old age, he's much more patient than he was when he was younger. Agreed? So patience is. And this, again, another one that we did during lockdown. In fact, this was quite early on in lockdown. The sunflowers in a jug. And with the alliums and forsythia that I did on the top. And there's obviously been a little bit of dirt. Well, mind you, haven't said that. That might have been from the last craft fair where I had all my art up on my boards, both sides, so that everybody could see them. And along came a gust of wind and blew them all over. The whole lot. Was not a happy bunny, but luckily nothing got damaged. But obviously I think that picked up a little bit of dirt.
Makes them look older, they get better.
But these ones, this size, which is 16 by 20, they are all £40. But again, with postage extra. What's that one? Now this one I haven't done in lockdown. This one I did a long, long time ago. And it's just a warm sunset. I just think it's such a warm, bright painting. And again, a little path going off into the distance, a little bit of water and the reflections. Again, this one is a 20 by 16. And again, is £40. And last but not least, is the ones that I've got here tonight anyway. Here's one more, which is... it's based on a Harry Potter. This one I actually taught in a lesson. So actually, all the paintings that I've shown you today, you could actually do in a lesson if you wanted. When I do lessons, I try and find out a little bit about the people who are coming to be taught, so that I can try and tailor a painting to them. Now, the very first one I did was very similar to the Broad Sunset, and I've also taught cliffs and beach and fishing and mountains and all sorts of things. But this one was a young lady just before lockdown actually, who came along, and her aunt told me she loves mystical, magical castles, spooky castles and things like that. So that's what we've got. We've got a magical castle on top of a mountain. We've got a sort of a whomping tree in the middle there, and a magical lake as well. And will you stop yawning, Trevor, please?
I won't.
You are. Because I'm just afraid that I will eventually start to yawn as well. And I don't want to. Don't know what else. Oh, I've got one more.
But wait.
But wait, there's more. That's like every good advert, isn't it? But wait, there's more. Okay, there's another one. It's got a little bit of damage to it, so I'd have to repair that. But if I put my hand there. And there you are. There's another winter scene with a little bit of water and big mountains. In fact, I think that one was also a lesson. I'm sure that was one that I did in a lesson as well. And I've got on my foot a couple of smaller paintings. Now these are floral ones. Now, I do like doing floral, but I don't get to do them very much. This one is a very small one. It's a 20 by 20, but it's a little time for tea. Little canvas one. We have a swan. We have red roses, and we have hibiscus by the looks of those. And that's everything that I've got with me at the moment. So unless I can hear from anybody else, is there anybody got any questions? Anybody out there wanting to ask anything? Is there any comments coming through, Trevor? Nothing at all? Is anybody still watching?
3.
Please say hi. Please say hello. Please ask some questions. Because I've now, like I say, I've been through everything I wanted to show you tonight. And we've got 25 minutes left. So if I will wait for a few moments, just in case there's anybody else going to pop on and ask me anything. Again, let me repeat the special offer that we have, that if you place an order on my website, rvart.co.uk/store or /Christmas, you will get a gift voucher which will entitle you to, as long as your order is over £20, excluding postage, you will get a voucher for 10% off your next order. Alright, so that's a gift voucher. Also, the gift vouchers, you can specify, when you're buying them, you can specify them to be site-wide, or you can specify them to be specific, so just for a painting or just for a painting lesson. And also, you can't just pop in the numbers. I need to activate each one personally. So, okay. And I think that is that. And so I know it's a little bit early, it's 20 minutes early. I will stay online with my page open, but I will be inside. But thank you for those of you who did join me, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of painting that I did, and I hope you painted along with me. If you do see anything you like here, please pop along to the website, rvart.co.uk /Christmas. And anything that you buy, like I said earlier, is definitely going to be, if you once you've paid for it, pop it in your basket, pay for it as per normal, whichever way you want to pay for it, and then I will post it off to you or deliver it to you, and if we post it, then I will invoice you for the postage with the proof of posting slip as well, so that you know, sort of guarantees, one, that it's been posted, and two, how much I actually paid for it, because I don't make anything on the postage at all. I'm not one of those that say, oh yeah, it's £10 to post that, or it's £20 to post it, and then the postage is only £4 or £5. I actually take it to the post office. I pack it all up, I take it to the post office, and then I actually get the lady to tell me how much it is. I pay for it in advance. Okay, so I hope you find that's fair. Do have a little look at the YouTube channel as well. I've been pushing the YouTube channel a little bit because it's feeling a little bit neglected with having so much focus on my Facebook page and the new Facebook store, which is also, items are available, that I just feel like it needs a little bit of loving as well. So if you'd like to go to my YouTube channel, Ruth Baldry Art, and you can have a look at the tutorials that are on there. Like, share, click the bell, subscribe, all those things. You know what to do on YouTube. There's so much to do. I must admit, Facebook is so much easier. And obviously the website as well. If you go on the website, would you please subscribe to my newsletters, and then you can find out exactly what I'm doing, where I'm doing it. And if not, the Facebook page, again, you can find out where I'm going to be. I've got one craft fair coming up, and that is again at Iceni Meadery, and that is on the 5th of December, and that's a place in Peterborough. And I joined a virtual Christmas market online, which is being advertised everywhere at the moment. So there's probably 200-300 stalls. So there's a lot of pages and a lot of albums to flick through, but I'm stall number 22. If you want to just type in stall 22. I joined very early on because I say they're now on stall 300 and something, I'm sure. Okay, so if there's anything you'd like to ask, please do message me. And in the meantime, I will see you in Peterborough at the Iceni Meadery on the open day on the 5th of December. I think it starts at 10:30, finishes something around 3:30, 4:30. Do pop along because there's food, there's wine, there's beer, there's live music, there's crafts, ironmongery, there's all sorts of things. It's a really wonderful day. So do join me there. Subscribe to my newsletter if you get onto the website, and I will let you know if I'm going to be doing another one. I probably won't do a 2-hour one. I will probably make it about 1.25 hours. I think that's about right. But I will let you know and create another event. In the meantime, stay safe, stay COVID secure. I hope everybody's okay, seriously. And